Hey everybody, my name is From Space. Welcome again to another Clash of Queens video. Had a lot of questions over how do you make layers for arena? Where do we put, how many people do we put in? How are we more successful? As you can see right here, for not being 30, being ranked 3, that's not too bad. So, I have a very specific setup that I use. We'll go over heroes later, but for today, this small video is going to be about your infantry layers. Two types of troops you need to know about. You have your guards and your pikemen. Your pikemen are your guys who do damage to the cav, and they can do extra damage. Your guards is the most important troops you will have. Guards are what slow down the damage to the rest of your guys, so that they can continue, so that your ranged can continue to do damage. You should be constantly making guards, constantly. But in a layer, you may not know how many to put in. So depending on what you have open, depends on what you put in. My current layer has Skyland guards too. As you can see here, T2 Skyland guards has it's an upgrade from the T7 Noble guards by quite a lot, more attack and more health. The next big upgrade is Skylands 3, but not by much. 5 more attack, 3 more health. Nice upgrade, but not a ton. And then your level 30, your T10 infantry, that gives you 114. So the difference between T7 and even T2 is pretty significant. So if you have access to Skyland T2 guards, you definitely want to be using them. And you want to have 20 to 25 in your front line in arena, depending on how big your march is. My march is about 130,000, so I run about 25 to 30 every time. And then behind them you have your pikemen. So as you can see here, the T1 pikeman gives you pretty good defense, real strong attack, not a lot of health. You want to put maybe 5 to 10k of these in a march for your arena, but if you have access to T8, definitely want to put in your T8s, and for those who have T9, you definitely want to, because that's a 24 point boost from the Skylands. The layering in this game makes the metagame more fun. Instead of having prestige, which really, in my opinion, ruined Clash of Kings, you can start Skylands as early as level 20. However, you don't get access to some of these higher level troops until your castle gets bigger. So it's very possible, as you can see with me, I was using Noble Guards until I had Skylands level 2. Level 2 guards right here. And then I replaced my T7 Noble Guards with my Skylands T2 guards. Those ones are bigger and stronger, they stay up front. When you're marching on folks, however, you might want to put some fodder Noble Guards in there and keep your Skylands. That's what I've been doing when I attack people. I'll put Noble Guard fodder in because they're cheaper with my research. I can make them easier, and Skylands will stay in front. They'll still be my strong buffer, but my Noble Guards will be the ones who get murdered off first. You want to save them as best you can. And if you have not worked on upgrading your cemetery, you definitely need to. But anyways, I did want to say a huge thank you to the developers. They just changed things in the game, and I think in part because we asked them to nicely. Dragons can be garrisoned now without any upkeep. We put forth the video, we've been talking to them, and they said, you know what, we agree, at least in my opinion. Dragons can be garrisoned, they're not going to eat food anymore. This is a change that they did months ago, and we never knew why, and now it's gone. So now you can safely, which I really feel you should, be able to have a dragon inside your castle without having to spend millions, to keep it fed. You're doing arena as it is. You have to feed it to do arena. You have to feed it to go do attacks. Why should you have to feed it for just to sit there? They removed it. We still haven't heard anything about donations. The donation system is still pretty rough, but we'll see. Forts still haven't changed. But for those of you who are doing Kingdom vs. Kingdom, I'm very jealous. Good luck with that. The next video I will be doing is going to be over Cav, then Archers, and then over Mages. It'll be this sort of a setup. And again, if you have questions about your specific build, please put them down below. I will try to help. But what you do really need to know is that each troop type stands a certain place within the march, and arena helps show you where they are. Read your arena battle reports, see who's doing the most damage, try to add more of those, try to mess around with your heroes. But that's a video for another time. Thanks for being here, I hope you enjoy this, and please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and share with your friends. My name is Rob Blankspace, see you next time.